So folks, let's get started with our speaking portion of our meeting today. Our first speaker is, again, Luis Velaquez. His title is Current Geopolitical Turmoil and its, implications. So please, folks, help me welcome Luis Velaquez.
Hey, hi there guys, how are you doing? Good to see you again. Can you hear me very well?
Yes.
Yes.
Great, I was just testing my audio here. So yeah, I chose this topic. I think it's right now many unfolding events that we should be aware of, because I think it might affect us in the short and long run. So I will begin with a quick introduction. So I adjusted the topic. It's the current worldwide geopolitical landscape and its implications. I have 2 pieces of paper here just to help me as some notes. A world order for decades by globalization and geoeconomics has quickly become a world grounded in geopolitical risk, significantly reorganizing global structures and relationships in 2024. While U.S. policy is to compete responsibly with rival superpowers as it pursues its own interests, geopolitical tensions are increasing. The following 4 topics are some key unfolding events shaping the geopolitical landscape. 1. Russia-NATO relations. Geopolitical tensions have been high between NATO and Russia for some time, and Russia's invasion of Ukraine has NATO-Russia relations at their most precarious since the Cold War, which ended in 1991, when the Soviet Union was separated. These relations continue to be tested by the economic sanctions imposed on Russia and the support by NATO membership countries for Ukraine in the form of financial and military aid. A series of effects on the geopolitical landscape have been triggered after the invasion. One of them is the inclusion of Finland and Sweden in the NATO alliance. This was quite significant, as these 2 countries have long held neutrality with Russia, not to mention the fact that Finland shares an 800-mile border with them. However, the results of the US general elections in November 2024 However, after the result of the US general elections in November 2024, the course of the war could change. A policy towards letting down Ukraine would be giving victory to President Vladimir Putin and weakening NATO. Of course, Putin won't stop there and will try to invade other countries that were part of the former Soviet Union. A policy towards being more aggressive and keep backing Ukraine will mean more financial and military aid packages, which will eventually lead to keep the worldwide status quo. 2. A potential invasion of Taiwan by China. On May the 20th, Taiwan's new president, Lei Ching, took office, and he said in his inaugurational speech that he wants peace with China and urged to stop its military threats and intimidation of the self-governed island that China claims as its own territory. However, on May the 23rd, just after 3 days, China started 2 days of military exercises around the island, with its military calling them strong punishment for the self-ruled island. Why is this important? A. As a leading democracy and a technological powerhouse, Taiwan is a key U.S. partner in the Indo-Pacific. B. By operating within the Taiwan Strait in accordance with international law, the United States upholds the navigational rights and freedoms of all nations. The aircraft transit of the Taiwan Strait demonstrates the United States' commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific Strait. 3. Energy security. Europe is coping with a huge challenge after losing access to an abundance of cheap Russian gas for households and industries. European energy security has been under threat since Russia's invasion of Ukraine began in February 2022, with European gas prices reaching all-time highs in August that year, owing to the relentless drive to secure supplies. The turmoil of 2022 has brought coal plants back online in some countries where they were previously shuttered or scheduled to be shut down, posing a threat to the clean energy transition. While implementing reforms to combat climate change is on the long-term transition agenda, securing affordable energy is an immediate priority for many countries to respond to short-term challenges. Fourth, strategic rare earth metals production. As of now, China dominates the rare earth element supply chain, from mining to processing to magnetized production to large-scale industries such as electric vehicles and renewable energy. The second producer worldwide is the US. However, the US will be in a critical position if the geopolitical relationship between China and the US are deteriorated, because they might decide to just shut down the supplies and you guys will be in a precarious situation. Conclusion. The mentioned topics are interconnected and have vast potential commercial impacts. The trajectory of the Russia-Ukraine conflict will affect Russia's ability to trade with NATO members and the availability of cheap Russian gas to parts of the world. Increased superpower tensions have a considerable impact on the global economy. Any disruption in the trade relationship between the US and China, for instance, will affect all of us.